My webmaster is amazing. Hi there, I'm Going Routes, and today we'll be taking a look at the fact that I have another website. I got a couple more in the works, and we kind of prioritized this one just because it was new. It's based on a new game, and we both feel like this game's going to do pretty well. So, or not really pretty well, I guess, but it's an interesting game, and it's really done a number on the internet so far. So prioritizing this website was a must, I feel. I'm glad my webmaster agreed with me and did this as soon as possible. Granted, he didn't have to do a whole lot of work, or he did a lot of work, but I don't really know how to explain his type of work to you guys because from what I see is he's putting a lot of time and effort into these websites, but in the grand scheme of things, he's also uh, trying really hard to make the websites look as good as possible, but he's got like 17 other clients that he's working on sites with, and I don't know how many websites these clients have. So he's working on probably close to 100 websites. So keep that in mind when I mention that he's not done a whole lot of work to this site. He's not done a lot of work to this site compared to other sites, and I love it. It's really nice, pretty straightforward. We're working on a couple of bugs and some fixes and some feature changes. But in the meantime, this is what we got. So, for those who don't know, this is a website based on Palworld, and it is called Paldex and M or Paldex and More. The reason why it's called Paldex and More is because obviously I wanted to have more than just the Paldex. So by doing so, I added the and more to it, signifying that it can also be more than just pals. So we've got a couple of different things here that I really like. We still got to add a couple of things. I need to talk to him about that because I haven't really brought it up to him yet. But we're going to add locations of pals, and we're going to try to add uh, rarities of these pals. So I'm not sure how to add the rarities just yet. There's a place on the internet that supposedly has them, but I don't know if that's just through egg hatching or if that is through like how common these pals actually are. If that makes any sense. I'd assume that the rarity is just one rarity based on where and how rare the pals are found, and not a rarity based on the eggs that you get from exploring and breeding. I could be wrong on that, so don't account me for that, I guess. But anyways, we've got a couple of different tabs here too, outside of the items and the Paladex. We also have mounts, which shows which mount, and it's let's see what it shows. It's mount speed, it's walk speed, and it's stamina. So all of those put together make a pretty solid guide for mounts, I feel. I don't really know what else you'd need to know about mounts, but let's go over to passive skills. Passive skills is a pretty interesting one. It is also categorized, or it is sorted by which one's worst and which one's best. So the worst one is obviously on the bottom, and the best one is obviously on the top. So as we look through these, you can tell that these are categorized in some sort of way because these are red, these are black, so meaning normal, and these are yellow, meaning legendary, pretty much. So, if you're looking for a pal and you want to know what its attributes are or its passive skills are, this is a good place to go because it'll tell you what all of the stats do and which ones are the best and which ones you should strive for or which ones you shouldn't strive for. Or maybe there's a specific set of passive skills that you're after. I think you can have up to 3 or 4 on one pal. I could be wrong on that, and I don't believe you can get any doubles. So if you get a legend, lucky, artisan, and workaholic, as you can imagine, that would probably be the best theoretical combo, but in the grand scheme of things, it all depends on what you're wanting to use those buddies for, or the pals for. So with that being said, you're kind of going to be looking around and seeing which of these passive skills works best for you. That's primarily what passive skills are for too, I believe, is they're more for you than they are for the pals. And what I mean by that is if you study up on them and learn them and figure out which ones work and what best situation you have, then you can maximize your pals' productivity, I guess. Either way, my webmaster is really helping me out, and things are starting to go really well. The website's not doing necessarily that great. This one's doing better already. The website's starting to pick up a little bit here and there. Ironically, because I haven't been touching it, it's been picking up. And then I got a Pokemon site on the way, a Terraria site on the way, and another website that I'm not really going to disclose just yet because it's still in the works and I'm not too sure about it yet. So if you guys are looking for a webmaster, hit me up on Discord and I will try to get you hooked up. If he is even looking for more clients, that is, because he's got several of them already. And if he isn't, he might be in the future. So if you're liking his work, then again hit me up and we'll see what we can do. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day.